big points for Prince Capiral. He was simply unstoppable. Mapa-fast break man. Can you imagine sa fast break pa si Prince Capiral nakakarami?
Combining for 29 points between them. And if you take a look at the score, it's a 28-point lead. Parang nakuha mo na yung match, coach.
Dalawang malaki na naman. Again, versus JRU, these two guys, Capiral and Host, those are the ones who have created that much problems. As you see, that quarter scoring within itong koponan ng Arellano just went wild in the third period.
Coach, 31 and 30 points in 10-minute quarters. That is tough to do in the PBA in 12-minute quarters. In 10 minutes, you have to give a round of applause to Coach Jerry Cordillera.
You know, they really never took EAC lightly. They really played hard. They had that intensity going. They had that press to always keep them on their toes the whole time. That's why it became so easy when it comes to the offense, because their defense already was dictating the tempo.
Nichols missing. Here comes Tayong-Tong. John Tayong-Tong, hoop and the harm.
You know, whatever happens to this game for EAC, they're definitely struggling. But if I were Tayong-Tong, I'd just go for a 40-point output.
Why not?
Yeah, just go for like a highlight or maybe a career high, because that's something that you can carry on to the next game or to the next tournament that you're going to play on. And you know, Tayong-Tong definitely will be one of the leaders of this team for sure.
And he has been on a roll. 24 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists in the last game. And now he's trying to continue that on in this one. John Tayong-Tong already with 17 points in today's outing. That's 18. Enriquez spinning, teardrop, missing. We'll go back to the Generals. John Marquero, John Tayong-Tong, John Hamon, Serrano, as well as Edsel Santos in the game now for the Generals. Tayong-Tong, hop step, up and under move.
I told you he should just go for a 40-point game, Aaron. You see, this guy's got skills. I thought he was going for a right-handed layup, but he still has that escape back using that left. 9 out of 9 field goal shooting for Tayong-Tong.
He has not missed in this game. Enriquez up and in.
I don't think Tayong-Tong would like that, because he mentioned that 9 out of 9 field goal.
Ako, tinitignan ko lang yung stats natin, ha?
Gusto ko lang siya makarami. He's got talent that, you know, for a guy scoring 24 points in one game. And then again, he's bound to score another 20 points in this game. You can see the consistency and confidence with this guy.
He averages 13.5 points per game. But having to really step up that output ever since po na nawala si Cedric Happy-Nube para sa EAC.
You know, their coach on the bench, Darius Plana, Andy De Guzman, those are top scorers during their time. Yes. Those are big-time scorers. Very hard to defend against those two guys.
Now it's becoming very hard to defend their mentee, John Tayong-Tong.
Makikita mo naman ito si Coach Jerry nakaupo lang on the bench, but he keeps on gesturing to Tayong-Tong. Come on, go to the basket, go score. That's basically what they need in this game.
Hamon jumper. Rattles out. Ball in the air. Nichols will get it. Alalon. Dishing it out. Zach Nichols, 3. Got it.
You know, he's been doing that stroke again. And his team is Alalon. He actually knows where to really locate Nichols with that from the 3-point line.
Tayong-Tong driving. Serrano for 3. Taking it back.
This is another guy who can really shoot the lights out. Serrano and Tayong-Tong teaming up in that last play.
Enriquez Saposte turning around and in. It's just been big man after big man after big man pulling in points para sa Arellano.
You know, hirap na hirap talaga EAC to match up with the big guys.
Pero mapipituan ng attacking. Did not establish position in the backcourt. So another turnover for EAC. It's Gio Halalon, Zach Nichols, Pete Agovida, Levi Hernandez. That's Nichols for three again. Back iron. Cadavis, who just checked in, will get the rebound. So Arellano trying something different again, coach. Small lineup right now.
Well, the thing with Arellano, they just have so much quickness.
Got a timeout on the floor. 92-65 po ang ating talaan. Magbabalik po kami.
For Coach Jerry Cadernera, that isn't enough because he still wants his boys to continue killing generals one by one. Because he said that they cannot take EAC lightly because they're the ones playing with low pressure. Pero kakaiba nga ang naging style dito ni Cadernera kasi mas gusto daw niya na magpasok at maghugot galing sa bench. Kasi gusto niya na matuto at masanay ang lahat na sumabak sa bakbakan. Doon naman sa side ni Coach Jerry Esplana, ang sabi niya ang naging problema daw, mukhang hindi na nasasaktan itong EAC. Kapag daw nauunahan, tuluyan na lang bumibigay at nagpapaiwan. At ang pang-assistant niya na si Coach Andy, pinaalala pa yung nangyari sa kanila last year kung saan AU yung tumalo sa kanila kaya hindi sila nakapasok ng Final Four. Both coaches said that they should remember that they need to get back at AU because in this match, the desire to get revenge is tantamount to the desire to win. Aaron and Eric?
Thank you, Denise. And it's a very good point right there, Coach Eric. Na, you were nodding your head when Denise said it na parang minsan pag nakawala na yung Arellano, hinahayaan na lang ng EAC.
Well, yung report of Denise really good. Focus more on the desire, and basically that's what Coach Andy, De Guzman, and Jerry Esplana want. They want to fire up the players. Gusto nilang galitin or saktan yung mga damdamin because they want to see some emotion on the floor. They want some mental toughness. They want to develop those things because we need those types of mentalities for the players to really play better despite this tough season for them. Samantalang on the other hand, para Arellano naman, for Coach Jerry, he wants to use his bench. Why? Because in the long run, bench depth would really come into play in every game. You play against, maybe the league leaders at Beda or any other of those top remaining teams in the league. Kailangan malalim yung bench mo because pag meron nga naman isang player na masama laro or nagkaroon ng injuries in the starting five, you want guys to be always ready to step up anytime.
And which coach would not like to find yung magic hugot na bigla na lang pagdating ng Final Four? Sasabog yan para sa kupuran mo, di ba?
Well, we've seen that in any league, Aaron. When you have that magic bunot kung tawagin, they create instant offense, they really give you problems. And hindi mo inaasahan, ang laking tulong na kagad yung pangbulaga sa bawat makakalaban ninyo.
Halalon missing foul on Jack Arquero. And still, with 5 minutes remaining, a huge lead in this one. Pressure non-stop galing sa Arellano University.
No letdown, no relax. And that's basically each and every, even us, Aaron, we would love to see a team like that. Malaki na yung lamang, gusto pa nilang lakihan. They always want to develop that intensity on the floor. And that's the reason why they're in the top two of our team standings.
And Coach, there's a lot of people might look at it and say, na di ba sila naaawa? No, that's them actually giving more respect, no? We're gonna give you our 100% no matter what hanggang dulo.
And you also owe it to the school. Arellano, yung Arellano fans, Arellano student body, you don't really want to let them down because if they see that wala kang parang tatamad-tamad on the floor, it's also hard for these guys coming from school, going straight to the venue and cheering for the respective teams. They want to show some school spirit in every opportunity.
As Levi Hernandez gets the first to go, and it is now 97-68. 29-point lead. 5:03 remaining in the fourth period. Hernandez gets both charities, so akit na naman sa 30 ang abante ng Arellano University. John Tayungtong all the way, finishing there.
I remember another great player from Emilio Aguinaldo is Ron J.
Buenafe.
Actually doing great in the PBA. So hindi malayong mangyari kay Tayungtong because you know that he's a great player. And also the other players like Rivera might also be one of them.
John Hamon. Up in the air and finishing as well.
Kita mo naman they have those skills that they can really finish hard in the basket. Sometimes it just takes some time, and maybe in the next season they might be a different EAC team altogether.
Here comes Tayong Tong again. Great pass and great finish there for EAC.
He's been scoring a lot in this game, Aaron. Pero maganda sa kanya, he still does his job as a point guard, distributing that basketball.
Maru into Syracuse, blocked by Sid on Mubere. Amon for three. No, rebound for Kilanita. And a steal by Levy Hernandez. Zach Nichols all the way, goodbye. Jumper is in, and it is now 100-76. 24 po ang abante ng Arellano. Rebound there for John Hamon. A chance to make this even more respectable now para sa Generals. Christ Mejos spinning. Pump fake on Mubere. Pump fake as well. Off the glass is good.
You know, I feel that Onubero has so much potential, so much on the upside for this athletic fellow. Ang nagiging problema lang, he actually hesitates. He doesn't shot fake most of the time. But I think that staying in the D-League would definitely doing good.
2.5 to go. Nichols kontra kay John Tayong Tong. Nakawala. And nakawala rin yung bola. 24-second shot clock violation as well. Either way, it was going to be a turnover on the Chiefs. And let's take a look now at John Tayong Tong on our slow-mo replay brought to you by Smart. Jump into an all-access pass of awesomeness. A jump into Smart. John Tayong Tong, beautiful extension on that one.
I was looking at Coach Jerry, and nung palabas si Gumaru, pinapagsabihan pa niya because of that poor execution right there. So Coach Jerry really on the teaching mode already. You know, alam na lang niya na mukhang mananalo na talaga dito ang Arellano for sure. But he's still on the teaching with his players, trying to develop that discipline, making sure that that system is in place.
And syempre, Coach, I mean, you would know this as well. Pag malaki na yung lamang, sometimes yung mga bad habits lumalabas, di ba? You wanna avoid that.
Kasi yung iba nagkakanya-kanya na, gusto lang makarami ng puntos, career high. But for this team, you know, maganda yung ginawa ni Coach Jerry because they're still distributing, looking for the open guy, playing hard defense. Doon mo makikita na talagang they're really serious with the way they're doing in the game.
24 points now for John Tayong Tong. The lead is down to 20. Levy Hernandez, pinangga. This putback is up and in from Serrano, and they will account that to Nico Banga. Tayong Tong is fouled and he'll head to the free throw line once more.
I'm so curious if Tayong Tong has missed a shot this game. I mean, in field goals.
I don't think I want to answer that. Kasi ako na naman yung magiging yung malas dun eh. Tayong Tong misses the first free throw. Coach, hindi na ako yan.
No, wait, sandali. I'm talking about field goals.
Field goals. Ah, okay.
Yeah, free throw, 3 out of 3 siya.
Yeah.
Hindi ko naman nababanggit
3 or 4.
3 or 4 na.
3 or 4 na.
Hindi ko naman nabanggit. Kaya okay lang mag-miss siya doon sa free throw niya.
Hindi tayo may kasalanan nun.
Hindi na. Hindi ko naman sinabi.
Di ba? Tayong Tong will sit down now, finishing with 25 points. Back-to-back 24-plus points now for John Tayong Tong.
And 10 out of 10.
From the
Field
field.
goal shooting.
Wow.
Plus, buti sana kung puro tira lang siya. He's actually passing the ball a lot pa. Sabi ko nga, mas gusto ko mag-swapag na lang si Tayong Tong because of that field goal percentage.
Has Just 2 minutes remaining in this one. Nards Pinto back into the game for Arellano. Bryce Meos with a lot of pressure. Levy Hernandez, step back three, got it.
Gusto niya patunayan talaga na hindi chamba yung 20 plus points na ginawa niya in the first round versus EAC.
He is on a roll once again. Serrano dishes it out. Three-pointer on the way is good. Bryce Meos making that one. That's a two. Pinto at the controls with 70 seconds remaining in this game. What a display shown by the Chiefs. Isira Cruz. Levy Hernandez missing. Rebound for Edsel Saludo. General for three. Yes!
Talagang laro ni General is really on like a 2-guard to a 3. Napilitan lang talaga siya to play the big guy.
Pinto with it now. And half a minute remaining in this one. Nards Pinto. 3 on the 24. Offensive foul. Napangiti na lang to si Nards Pinto eh.
With Bryce Meos, makikita mo, linalabanan na talaga si Nards Pinto. Even he's mas malaki si Pinto sa kanya, mas matangkad, mas malapad, but yet he was really pressuring hard.
Parang doble yata ng ni Nards Pinto yung bigat nito si Bryce Meos.
Kaya nga. Pero matapag to si Meos kasi lumaban siya.
Now, attacking and finishing.
He likes that matchup.
They turn off the shot clock, and all Arellano needs to do now is dribble out this one. Coach, your thoughts on Arellano's performance here today?
Well, I would say really respectable because you know that they had a good lead. They never took EAC lightly. They had so much respect, and that's going to be a good sign, especially coming into the next final games of the NCAA.
The biggest lead of the game was 17, but they will cut it down to, well, the biggest lead of the game rather was 34, and it was cut down to 17 at the end of this one. 105-88 is the score, and now we move on to our best player of the game.